I want to show you how we can make a text shadow of this nature. This one that was seeing on the screen right here, where you can write some artistic text like this. We can make this possible with CSS. I want to show you how that can actually be done. So let me create a folder right here, and let's just basically call this something like text shadow. Let's call this text, maybe shadow, and I want to open that up with my Visual Studio Code. So you can open your own up with whatever editor you're using. So we got that open right here. Let's create a new file inside of it, and I'm going to just basically call this index.html, and I want to generate my HTML boilerplate right here. So if I press exclamation and I hit tab, it's going to generate this. Of course, you should pause the video to type that out if you don't have a meet in your Visual Studio Code. So let's call this text shadow, and I want to add a text right here. This is going to be H1, and I just basically call that text shadow like that. All right, so we're going to use this text to experiment. I want to open this up first of all in my in my browser first. So let's double click on this, and it's open right here. Now what I want to do first is, if I get into here, let's create our style tags, and within this style tag we want to reference to this H1 right here. So we can just basically use that as a selector, and let me first of all move that text to the center. So if I do text align, and I'm going to just do center right here, and for the font size, this is going to be font size, and I want to set that to, let's say this is going to be I'm going to make that 10 em. Wouldn't that be too big? Let's take a look at that, how it looks. All right, so that's just basically too big. I want to reduce that drastically to maybe 12 em. Save the changes, and I want to refresh, and I think it's better this way. Let's take a look at how we can work on this to have a text shadow. If we want to do that, it's really very simple. So there is a property called I think it's called a text dash shadow that we can use, and we want to specify some values for it right here. So when you're working with text shadow, we can apply shadows starting from the left down to the right, right? And we can also apply shadows from the top down to the bottom right here of a particular text. So what I want to do now is to give the first value starting from the left. Maybe we're going to give this something like, let's say, 4 pixels of text shadow beginning from the left to the right. And we can also give another shadow from the top, maybe down to the left. Let me just basically save the changes like this, and then if we take a look at this for now, I notice that nothing is actually happening right here, and the reason for that is just because we need to also specify the top and then bottom. So let me do 2 pixels right here, and if I save the changes, you're going to notice that the text shadow is going to apply. So let's refresh. You see that something kind of happened, right? So if you take a look at this very well, you're going to see that it's copied this text and then mirror that as a shadow behind it. If you take a look at that very well, let me see if I can separate that a little bit by adding a third property. Let's say this is going to be 2 pixels, and let's refresh right here. That couldn't actually separate that, but I wanted to see if I could kind of separate that. Let me change the value right here. Maybe this one is actually going to be 1 pixel. I just basically want you to see if I could separate that a little bit. What am I going to do? Let's return this to 4 pixels, but the first value right here, meaning from the left to the right, let's make that something like 5 pixels. Save the changes, and let's see. Okay, I think it's becoming a little bit more obvious right here, the way that I'm shifting that from the left to the right. So let's make that something like 7 pixels to see whether it's going to come out a little bit more. And to see what it just basically happened. I believe that you should be seeing it a lot more right here. It's just like the text was duplicated, but that's just the mirror of the text in here getting put behind that. If we want to make sure that we kind of try to show if that is true, we can give a color to the shadow, all right, the shadow of the text in front of here. So if we want to do that, let's do maybe we're going to just do a purple right here as the color, and then let's refresh it. You see that when you take a look at that very well, you see that the text behind kind of have another color right there. You see that? So that's just basically how we can work with that of the text shadow. Now I know that the one I presented was using this particular color right here. So if you want to convert what we have right now into this, you can do that. And the way that you can do that is we can change the color of the background of the whole page. Let's do body right here. I'm just gonna do background. And for those of you who are just basically following my CSS series, and I think it seems like we just a kind of a stopped. We just want you to understand that we did not a kind of a stop that series. It's just that I got a little bit busy with some other things, alright? So let's refresh in here. Of course, the background should just basically still be the same right here. I think what I needed to do, I wasn't actually supposed to do this. I was supposed to just change the text color from here. So it's going to be color. And I'm going to just change that to white. Let's call that white right here. And save the changes. Let's refresh. And I see that just kind of trying to come together right here. I wasn't supposed to include this, and I'm sorry that I kind of did that. So, all right, it's coming a little bit more together, guys. So what we want to do is, if we take a look at here, we can work on this a little bit. I want this to just basically be. So let me just let me change this. We do have let me change this to 5 pixels right here. I think that's what I used in the previous one that I did. And if we use that right here, I want to save the changes a little bit. But then if you want to look for a way to try to compact that together, what you can do is to add a third parameter right here. And let me say that we're going to just make that 10 pixels. And we will have purple at the end right there. And let me refresh in here. And I see that we kind of got what we had earlier, right? So you should just find the time to like basically try to recreate this into different types. You can always change the colors right here. If you want to make that an italics, you can also kind of do that. All right, so you can put this text in italics if you want to do that, to see how that's just basically going to also look. But my major target is to basically show you how this shadow that you are seeing right here can actually be created, and I hope that you are kind of seeing that right here. You can change the whole background of the web page and then kind of work on that to see what it just basically happened. All right, so I'm going to just upload this to the ongoing CSS series, and if you like that, feel free to give this video a thumbs up. And then if you want me to maybe do a box shadow, we can also do this on boxes. So we're doing this on text just for now, but we can also create a shape and then give a shape some background some shadows like this. All right, so thank you guys for watching. And if you want me to do that one based on the text shadow, based on the box shadows, you can just go to the comment section and drop the word box shadow right there now, and I'll see what I can do about that.